Hi everyone, I wanted to go over the final paper and also give you a general update on the course. I want to thank everyone for working so hard in this course thus far. I feel like your case studies have just been really strong, especially this last one. I really feel like you guys are taking the feedback, the individual feedback that I provide you with, and the general class feedback that I provide you with, and have been really ramping up your case studies. I feel like some of you might even be having fun with the case studies because you're making a lot of connections and insights and just some really strong work. So we only have one case study left, I believe. Finish it off strong, and I'm looking forward to reading that one as well. Always feel free to email me any questions on those, and please go over my individual feedback that I left you guys on case study 21. But again, keep up the great work. For your final paper, wanted to go over the paper guidelines for that. You will find under assignments and course content on our homepage here this document. A little caveat with this document, I did just make some alterations to it this morning and reposted it. So if you have already downloaded it, or maybe just re-download it before you start your paper. If you started your paper already, really no worries. The content is 99% the same. I deleted one minor piece in the questions down here. But mainly the alterations just were to reorganize it a little bit, to make it a little bit clearer, because the last time I taught this course was 2 years ago, I believe. So wanted to just streamline things a little bit for you guys and make things a little bit more accessible. The purpose of this paper is to create your own personality theory. So in the discussion boards and in your case studies, you guys have talked about how you really didn't like this personality theory, or you really liked this one. Some of you have emailed me too. That's great. On a side note, really quickly too, don't forget that you can get extra credit by doing the discussion boards. That kind of started off strong, but only a few of you are doing it now. So you can gain 3 points in extra credit for those discussion boards. But so the final paper, creating your own personality theory. Now, this will be a conglomeration, hopefully, of pulling from other theories and putting some of your own novel ideas in there. So, obviously, what you have read this semester has influenced what you like, what you don't like in terms of personality theories. So, you get to kind of create your own. You can pull from different theories to create your own super theory. And you can kind of throw in some of your own ideas in there from, maybe you're a philosophy person or you're a biological person. So you put your own spin on things, and that's fantastic. Maybe you learn things from other psychology courses, and you're like, why isn't this in a personality theory? So you can throw that in there too, and talk about those other theorists from other areas of psychology. Really, kind of the sky is the limit. So it's broken up into three major areas: one, two, and three, the conclusion. One is the introduction. I'll let you just read through that there on your own time. It's pretty straightforward, I think. The main thing that I wanted to go over was part two here. So you have 11 questions here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Um, for each of these 11 questions, you're going to be using this as a guide. So there are two kind of major areas, one and two, that you'll be answering for each of the 11 questions. So what are the basic philosophical assumptions of your personality theory? What I'd like you to do in somewhere in your response to this is to talk about how your own philosophical beliefs, your own life experiences, your own academic experiences make your theory a good theory. So why do you prefer your theory um, over other perspectives? Okay, so you do not have to pour your life onto a page. You can talk about your own interpretation of the world. Again, bring in other academic experiences. You can talk about personal life experiences. That is perfectly fine. But this is to be balanced with part two. Part two is to explain the theories or the facts behind your opinion. So I'd like you to be supporting your opinion and your ideas with relevant research and theories from this course. So you can either A, provide a brief overview of how other theories would agree with your super theory, or you could talk about how other theories are missing this really important component of your theory. So You are going to do this 1 and 2 for each of these 11 questions. In terms of the format, you can write this as kind of just a regular paper going from paragraph to paragraph to paragraph, doing some transitions between paragraphs and things like that. You can also just number it out. So you could put, you could make a nice introduction, then put question 1, and then write about these things. Question 2, write about these things. Question 3, write about these things. That's perfectly okay. Um, for part 3, it's just the conclusion. So you could have another section that just kind of concludes and wraps everything together. So again, the format of the paper is a little bit up to you. You can keep it pretty structured with numbering things out, or you can kind of write a paper that melts together. Just make sure it's clear that I kind of know what you're talking about, obviously. So in terms of page length, I didn't specify a page length specifically. I would think that it will be difficult to do this in less than 7 or 8 pages double spaced. Um, just with the amount of information I'm asking for you here with these 11 questions, the information within the 11 questions, the introduction and conclusion. Again, 7 or 8 pages I would think would be an appropriate length where you could do that in. I think any shorter, you're going to be skimping on detail. You're going to be having a hard time thoroughly explaining and making sense unless you're a very, very skilled writer, which you may be. And if you are and you feel like after 5 or 6 pages you just get it nailed, then that's perfectly fine. That is your choice as a learner in a 400 level course. Um, let's see. I think that's all I wanted to say kind of about page length. Feel free to email me any questions that you may have. And I think that might be about it, guys. So I could certainly read parts of your paper if you would like before you turn it in. That is perfectly fine. I can also um, answer any questions that you have about the paper in general. I'll also be posting a link for a virtual writing course, not a virtual writing course, a virtual writing service that Fort Hayes has subscribed to called Smart Thinking. I have a video that explains that more. I haven't used, this is the first semester I encourage students to try it, so I'm not saying that it's going to be super, super helpful, but it seems like it has a lot of really positive components to it. I have a video from another course that I will share on this course in terms of how to set that up and how to go about doing that. So any questions, guys, feel free to email me. Hope you're all doing well and talk to you all soon.